Opioid overdoses are now the leading cause of accidental death in the U.S., and Austin Peay is taking steps to save lives. Plus, a deadly shooting in Clarksville leaves one young man dead, and police are searching for the suspect. We'll also have the latest of a missing man found safe.
We'll have that and more on this episode of APSU-TV News. Welcome back to your APSU-TV News. I'm Kaleb Scott.
And I'm Jazmin Logan. Opioid overdoses are now the leading cause of accidental death in the U.S., and college campuses are not immune. To help keep students safe, Austin Peay has installed new overdose emergency kits across campus. Let's see how the one-box system could help save lives. APSU installed new overdose emergency kits stationed across campus. The one box is designed to save lives in the event of an opioid overdose.
We received these one box kits from the Coalition for Healthy and Safe Campus Communities, and they are spread all over campus just so that they're more attainable for our students, faculty, and staff to use.
The kits are in high traffic places throughout campus. The Morgan University Center has two kits, one on the second floor by the elevator across from Einstein's Bagels, and another on the third floor. The library kits are on the first floor next to the elevator, and more are available in residence halls, the Art Building, the Newton Military Center, and the new Health Professionals Building.
More areas have been requesting them, so we're hopefully going to expand our outreach with these kits as well.
Inside the kit contains Narcan and a video guide with step-by-step instructions. The training video starts automatically to help bystanders respond quickly during an overdose. Community care and standards will also provide training opportunities this semester. The schedule for those sessions will be released next week so students and staff can sign up.
We're hoping to push it out through the GovSays once it gets PR approval, as well as our social media. We can be found on Facebook as the Department of Community Care and Standards, as well as on Instagram at APSU-CCS.
Campus leaders say the focus is on prevention, not punishment.
We just want to ensure that our students know that we are here to support them and that this is not to get anyone in trouble, but it is here to help save lives in the occurrence of an overdose.
I'm Jazmin Logan with APSU-TV News reporting. A 20-year-old man is dead after a shooting Tuesday night at Parkview Place Apartments on Ringgold Road. Police identified the victim as Cameron Castro, who was pronounced dead at Tenova Healthcare. Officers say the suspected shooter has not been caught yet. Police say he has now been found.
A few days remain in the Republican primary of Tennessee's 7th Congressional District, and Governor Bill Lee has endorsed Matt Van Epps to succeed retiring Representative Mark Green. Lee stated on Tuesday, quote, "My friend Matt Van Epps has my complete and total endorsement, and I look forward to calling him my congressman," end quote. Epps' reaction to this was that he was deeply honored by Governor Lee's endorsement. Clarksville now has its own District Attorney's Youth Council. This new program will work heavily with the 19th Judicial District's Attorney's Office and the Clarksville-Montgomery County School System. 24 students were chosen with applications still open and will participate in hands-on experiences and mentorship programs that will afford them opportunity to explore careers in law and hence their understanding of civic responsibility and help them to build a deeper understanding of how the legal system protects and serves the community.
A missing Clarksville man has been found safe. Police say 45-year-old Bernie Johnson Jr. was located Tuesday evening after being reported missing for nearly 2 weeks. Johnson was last seen on September 18th near Dollar General on Madison Street, sparking a public call for help which led to his safe return. The Tennessee Supreme Court has set execution dates for 4 inmates, including the only woman on the state's death row. Krista Pike was sentenced to death for the 1995 torture killing of 18-year-old Colleen Schlemmer in Knoxville. Her attorneys had asked the court to reduce her sentence because of her youth and mental illness, but that request was denied. The court also scheduled executions for Tony Caruthers, Gary Sutton, and Anthony Hines. Tennessee resumed executions earlier this year after a 3-year pause over problems with lethal injection drug testing. Defense attorneys continue to raise concerns about the state's execution methods. Stay tuned for the Political Corner right after this short break.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Hey everyone, I'm Jazmin Logan, and welcome back to the Political Corner. Israel's defense minister has ordered all remaining Palestinians to leave Gaza City, warning that anyone who stays will be treated as Hamas supporters. The order comes as at least 21 Palestinians were killed Wednesday in Israeli strikes across the territory. Hundreds of thousands have already fled south, though many remain trapped in poverty or illness. Meanwhile, Hamas is weighing a new U.S. peace proposal from President Donald Trump aimed at ending the war and securing the release of the remaining hostages. Israel's campaign has killed more than 66,000 Palestinians since the conflict began nearly 2 years ago. The government shutdown has a lot of politicians and citizens talking, and there is the impact on people across the country. That includes millions in federal workforce and the military and those who rely on government services every day. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with a rundown of what you need to know.
Despite the government shutdown, some federal agencies have deemed certain services and employees essential, which means Social Security payments will continue. Air traffic controllers and TSA employees will keep flights moving, though without paychecks, and veterans can continue to receive medical and critical care through the Department of Veterans Affairs. The Department of Health and Human Services says the Food and Drug Administration will still respond to emergencies, but be limited in the number of inspections it can do, which experts warn could put the nation's food supply in risky territory.
If this goes on for a couple of weeks, that there could be food safety outbreaks that couldn't be coped with. Significant problems could occur in the supply chain.
The shutdown also stalling the admission of new patients to National Institutes of Health clinical trials unless medically necessary.
So if we're on deck for a clinical trial, that will stop.
The Department of Agriculture says nutritional programs like SNAP benefits can continue until funding runs out. The Department of Education says federal student loans will still be dispersed and borrowers are still required to make their payments to avoid default and delinquency. And the Department of the Interior says national parks will stay partially open, a move sharply criticized by park advocates who say it's dangerous for the public to have access, with more than 9,000 agency employees furloughed. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
The countdown to Halloween is on, but this year tariffs have put a terrifying effect on spending. The National Retail Federation projects consumers will spend just over $13 billion this year on Halloween. That would be a new record. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan looks at what will cost more this year.
It's October, and that means rolling out the pumpkins, ghosts, and goblins. But the most frightful thing about Halloween this year may just be the prices as shoppers feel the impact of tariffs and inflation.
Tariffs this year are on people's minds.
Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says they saw people start shopping in September or earlier for Halloween because they're worried items will cost more, so they're spreading out their purchases.
Many of those costs haven't yet been passed on to consumers. It is impacting certain goods differently. We may be seeing it a little bit more in non-durable goods.
President Donald Trump implemented tariffs on a variety of imported goods to encourage companies to make products in the U.S. According to the Alliance for American Manufacturing, virtually all Halloween costumes on the market are imported, which means they'll be subject to tariffs. But Cullen says tariffs have affected certain goods differently.
Less than a quarter of tariff costs have been passed on to consumers.
Candy and sweets prices are also up from a year ago, according to the latest Consumer Price Index. shoppers are spending more on Halloween this year. The NRF says people are spending about $114 per person. That's nearly $11 more than last year.
In times of uncertainty, and we've seen this starting with the pandemic, during times of inflation and others, people are turning to these celebrations, these fun holidays where no matter what's going on in the world, you can dress up in something fun.
If those prices are giving you a scare, there are ways to save. Colin suggests shopping at discount stores, reusing decorations, and getting crafty with costumes and decor. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
The Clarksville City Council has prepared a 2026 wish list that focuses on road improvements, fire station upgrades, and stronger code enforcement. Projects include widening Interstate 24 from the Kentucky line to Nashville, expanding Ashland City Road, and extending Highway 374 to create a southwest loop around Clarksville. The agenda also calls for grant funding to upgrade aging fire stations and higher penalties for repeat code violations. It was approved last night, and the plan will be sent to state lawmakers for consideration in the upcoming legislative session. Well, that's all for the Political Corner. Stay tuned for the weather after this short break.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
From the start of an Austin Peay student's journey, they expect more. They expect to gain real-world experiences to set them apart. They expect to pull their knowledge out of the classroom and into the field. So we give it to them. We give them the opportunity to learn the latest farming methods with professional farm equipment. They need to see how to use what they learn. So when our graduates look back, they'll see it all starts at Austin Peay.
So Mario, how's the weather been lately?
The weather's been great today. It's October day, and you know, the weather's gonna be looking up here this week, and hopefully we get some great weather going forward.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the weather so far, honestly. It feels like it's starting to cool down, so I'm interested to hear you explain more about that.
And we got a lot to talk about with weather here this week. As today's forecast looks like this. It's 5-day, and it's 83 degrees on Friday with a low of 56. Saturday, it's a high of 86 with a low of 59. Sunday, it's sunny again, 88 degrees and 67. Monday, cloudy skies, some sun peeking out in between, 82 degrees of a high and 67 is the low. 79, we got some showers on Tuesday with 79 degrees. And then for the national temperature, it is 67 in LA, 79 in Denver. Taking a look over to our other side, it is 85 in Chicago, 71 in New York, and 75 in Atlanta. And then to end it, our today's temperatures is 78 degrees, sunny day with no chance of rain. And then a clear, cool night to end it off, 66 degrees, no rain chance at all. And that is all we have for weather, as we'll throw it back to the news. Thank you for watching.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Hello, this is Hugh Wheeler with your Clarksville Sports of the Week. Austin Peay football beat the Utah Tech Trailblazers last Saturday 42-10 here in Clarksville. Quarterback Chris Parsons finished with 204 passing yards with 4 combined touchdowns. The Governors rushed for 253 yards to supplement the air attack. APSU takes on the West Georgia Wolves tomorrow here at Fort Terrace Stadium at 3 in the afternoon. Governors volleyball drops their first 2 conference games in sweeps. APSU lost last Friday by a score of 0-3 at North Alabama and again last Sunday at Central Arkansas. Austin Peay takes on their first 2 home games since August, beginning tonight at 6 in the evening against Eastern Kentucky at the Dunn Center. The Govs will follow that by fighting against the Bellarmine Knights tomorrow night at 7. APSU soccer is 0-4 in conference play after losing twice on the road this week. The Govs stumbled after a week's rest in a 0-5 blowout loss at Lipscomb. Austin Peay scored their second goal of the regular season in a 1-2 loss at North Alabama last night. Stashville plays at Central Arkansas next Sunday at home and then again at home next Thursday at 6 in the evening. Govs Hockey Club lost twice to Alabama Huntsville 1-13 Saturday and then again 2-7 on Sunday. Forward Dalton Alejandro scored all 3 goals for the Governors against the Chargers. Austin Peay awaits 2 dates with the Louisiana State Tigers of Baton Rouge beginning October 17th at 4:30 in the afternoon. Clarksville's Red River Spartans went 3-1 in Marlborough, Massachusetts last weekend. The Spartans play again on the road against the Fort Wayne Spacemen tonight a little before 5 in the afternoon. Austin Peay women's golf travels to Larchwood, Iowa for the Jackrabbit Invitational this weekend, while the men's team waits for the Everett Buick GMC Classic beginning October 13th in Little Rock, Arkansas. APSU men's tennis starts the ITA Ohio Valley Regionals next Thursday in West Lafayette, Indiana, and the women's team plays next Friday at the Georgia Southern Fall Shootout in Statesboro. Both Governors' men's and women's cross-country teams race in Kentucky tomorrow in the Louisville Classic. And now, here are your local high school games of the week. Last night, Clarksville defeated Siegel 20-7 in Robertson County. Kirkwood grabbed a 6th win against Laverne 40-9. Clarksville Academy tonight takes on Ezell Harding Christian. Kenwood hosts Maplewood right here in Clarksville. Northeast fights Henry County for a 3rd win on the season. Northwest travels to Charlotte, Tennessee to take on Creekwood. Montgomery Central heads to Spring Hill for a date with Battle Creek. West Creek visits McGavick looking for their 1st win of the year. And finally, Rossview ventures to Cane Ridge in search of a 3rd win in a row. That's all for sports. I'm Hugh Wheeler. We'll be back with more news after these messages.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
From the start of an Austin Peay student's journey, they expect more. They expect to gain real-world experiences to set them apart. They expect to pull their knowledge out of the classroom and into the field. So we give it to them. We give them the opportunity to learn the latest farming methods with professional farm equipment. They need to see how to use what they learn. So when our graduates look back, they'll see it all starts at Austin Peay.
Everyday life is full of stories that inspire, entertain, and connect us. Let's take a closer look at the people, trends, and moments that bring color to our world. The Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, announced in a speech in Quantico, Virginia, in front of senior military soldiers, a list of changes that will be affecting military personnel going forward. One of these changes being that beards will no longer be authorized. To quote him, "If you don't want to shave and look professional, it's time for a new position or a new profession," end quote. This will no doubt affect military personnel with shaving waivers, either due to religious reasons or if they suffer from pseudofiticulitis, a skin condition in which bumps on the skin appear after removal of facial hair. This condition is found often in individuals with tightly coiled hair, mainly black men.
Huge news at Austin Peay. According to Clarksville Now, APSU has achieved a record high $14 million in grant funding for 2025. That financial boost will support research and community service initiatives across Tennessee and beyond. APSU secured nearly 200 awarded grants, totaling roughly $14 million in external funding, the largest amount in the university's history. The school's Office of Research and Sponsored Programs now maintains a 5-year grant portfolio of $59 million, up 13.5% from last year. University leaders say this milestone reflects growing trust in APSU's faculty, staff, and programs. They also point to a recent designation that advanced the research capacity. Some highlights of the project include building a healthcare career pipeline in rural Tennessee, advancing a nationwide ecological restoration project, expanding resources for the campus food pantry with hydroponics and greenhouse growth, providing federal support for first-generation students through tutoring and career readiness, and doubling the size of APSU's nursing camp for high school students.
Registration has opened up for the Run for Gubs 5K on October 11th. This marathon will start and end on Emerald Hill, with the opening ceremony starting at 8 in the morning. Winners will receive cash prizes for first, second, and third place. For more information, go to www.runsignup.com/APSU.
A 10-foot bronze statue of music legend Tina Turner has been unveiled in her West Tennessee hometown. The ceremony took place Saturday in Bronzeville, near Nutbush, where Turner grew up and went to school. The statue was designed by sculptor Fred Ahonoga. It shows Turner mid-performance with her signature hairstyle and microphone in hand. Turner, known as the Queen of Rock and Roll, died in 2023 at 83. Her career spanned decades with hits like Proud Mary, Private Dancer, and What's Love Got to Do with It. The unveiling was part of the annual Tina Turner Heritage Days celebration.
Tonight, Swifties, it's time to celebrate. Nashville is hosting exclusive listening parties for Taylor Swift's brand new album drop. According to WKRN, fans will gather across Music City to hear the latest tracks together, share reactions, and make a night of it. Nashville is gleaming with excitement as listening events pop up throughout the city. Some exciting fans from California have this to say.
It's very cinematic. It gives me a movie scene vibes, movie goosebumps. And I work with movies, so yes. And I was super excited when I found out that she was working with the producers Max Martin and Shellback again. They make such amazing hits together, so I knew this was going to be a really great album.
And near Vanderbilt, a coffee shop is joining the fun. Starbucks will turn into a Swift lounge with special showgirl vibes and album spins. Fans are bringing friendship bracelets, lyrics memorboards, and their highest hype. It's a party, a performance, and a celebration all in one. 'Cause the play is gonna play.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, what do Taylor Swift, Back to the Future, and James Cameron's Avatar all have in common? Well, they are all heading to movie theaters in October. Rick DiMigella reports.
Hey, it's Taylor.
October is turning into another crowded month at movie theaters. October 3rd sees Taylor Swift taking over big screens with the official release party for her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. Also hitting theaters that day are the re-release of Avatar: The Way of Water and Dwayne Johnson in The Smashing Machine.
It's in glorious Technicolor.
There are 16 wide and limited release movies hitting theaters on the 10th. Among them are Kiss of the Spider Woman, Roofman, and Tron Ares.
Breach detected.
Lockdown initiated.
The 17th sees The Astronaut landing in cinemas, along with Black Phone 2 and Good Fortune. The 24th sees The Boss getting the biopic treatment in Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere, debuting alongside the comedy Blue Moon.
I'm from the future. I came here in a time machine that you invented. Right, Scott!
And arguably, the biggest movie heading to theaters on Halloween isn't a horror flick, but the 40th anniversary re-release of Back to the Future. In Hollywood, and wondering why they didn't just release it on the 26th to coincide with the dates inputted on the DeLorean time machine, I'm Rick Damigella.
So guys, got any fun plans this weekend?
Possibly, a lot of homework they gotta do, but once I get that done, maybe I'll go see a movie this weekend. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Definitely going to the game tomorrow night. That'll be fun.
Heck yeah. I also plan on watching some horror movies. It's the spooky season all for that.
Yeah.
So might watch some spooky movies, gonna go watch some popcorn, do what I want, yeah.
Nice. I'm definitely going to go see the new Taylor Swift movie that's out in theaters this weekend.
You do that.
I will.
Yeah, you do. You have fun with that. Mario, what do you think?
I like me some football on Saturday, and then of course we got the Cardi and the Taylor Swift album both out at the same time, so I'm going to give those two a listen.
You think you give the Govs a good chance this weekend?
I think we got a good chance to pull this off against West Georgia.
I think so too. It's a tough ranked matchup, but I think the Govs have the strength to get it done. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend. We got fall break of course coming up soon. That'll be fun. You guys have any plans for that set in stone yet, or?
Honestly, I'm probably just going to go back home, get some good quality family time. I've been missing my little baby sister. She's almost 2, so I'm excited to go see her.
Yeah,
it's been too long.
Yeah, I know me and Mario are going to be here calling the LSU
and Austin
Peay hockey
Saturday
games.
and Sunday, so it should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
LSU, I don't know if I can root for Austin Peay, the Govs, for that. That's where my family's from. My dad might disown me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, it'll be fun no matter what, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. That's all the time we have for today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at APSU-TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thanks for watching your APSU-TV News Update. We'll be back next time, and as always,
let's go Peay!